Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Joanne, and if you've seen a few videos on this channel before, you probably know that I absolutely love customizing pieces in order to make them work better for me. So for instance, whether that is changing something so it's a little bit more convenient to use, or maybe it's modifying a bag so that it fits better on my body frame, those sorts of things. I do have a few videos on my channel showcasing conversion kits, changing pouches to crossbody bags, and I also do have a couple videos on my channel showcasing my Coach Nolita 15 and how I've changed out the leather strap with a chain strap. So recently I actually purchased this Coach, the little trio pouch from the Coach outlet, and it's actually showcased in my last video. So if you want a little bit more information, I do have that on my channel. But what I was interested in is finding a little chain wristlet to go specifically with this smallest pouch here with the blueberries, because I was thinking of using this as kind of like a small wallet, and I thought it'd be really convenient to have a chain strap to go with this. Well, the company Nextfashion actually reached out to me, and this was actually weeks prior to me making this purchase, and I hadn't responded to them yet because I personally knew the company to be selling bag chain straps, which I'm personally not a fan of. I really like leather straps for my bags as well as leather woven chain straps, and I'm not a fan of just like having a chain strap for my bag. However, when I realized they actually sold exactly what I was looking for, a small chain wristlet for other SLGs, something like this pouch right here, I then went ahead and selected a couple pieces off of their website. So I'm going to start this video with a really quick rundown in terms of the company itself, and then I'm going to go through all the different pieces that I picked out. So first off, Nextfashion is actually a Canadian company, and as a fellow Canadian, that's actually really nice to see because a lot of times I do find that they're often American. So I imagine actually the price point to be quite a bit better for those watching in America. They also do ship internationally, which is nice to see, and it looks like that their free shipping deals also work for international buyers as well. Like I mentioned, if you love chains for your bag straps, they do have a lot of different options on their website, and what I really love is that they have so many different length options for you to choose from, so that really helps you make it work perfectly for how you want it to. And in addition, I really like that they do have different clasp options as well. If I do receive a discount code from them, I will definitely leave that down in the description box. But otherwise, I will include links to everything that I mentioned today in case you're interested. But keep in mind, I will be using affiliate links, so you can use them if you want or if not. Otherwise, you won't be charged anything additionally if you do choose to use them. If I don't have a discount code for you, then I definitely suggest you looking them up on YouTube, because I've definitely seen influencers on the website with discount codes. I think up to 20% off of the website. So moving on to the actual pieces that I ended up picking up. The first one that I want to share with you is the silver wristlet strap that I ended up picking up specifically to go with the little blueberry pouch. So here it is right here. I'm going to look down because I do have some notes for each piece that I got. It is actually a little bit confusing because the majority of their pieces that they sell on their website are in gold. However, I was specifically looking for silver because this piece has silver hardware, so I was really happy to see that they do have a couple options that you can select silver for. So this one in particular is under the listing gold wristlet strap chain, and it's in the 7mm oval chain. But under the options, once you actually click through, you can select the silver under the color drop down, and then you can also select from 3 different sizes. So the size that I ended up going with was the 5 inches, and that actually just means the length of the chain. It doesn't accommodate the length of the actual clasp, which I would say is about another inch. So overall, I'm really happy with this. It's a really nice weight to it. I find that it has really nice quality, and of course it's super easy to use with something like this. You can just snap it on, and then you have a little chain wristlet. I've been using this a ton as my little wallet, so I find this super convenient to have just if I'm running out the door and I just need a little wristlet strap so I can be hands-free. This is super easy to use, and because it is in silver hardware and I also have a lot of different SLGs with silver hardware, this is super convenient because I can switch them off and on whatever piece that I need. So for instance, I can just take this off. I have my little Longchamp pouch and it has this little D-ring right here. So again, if I wanted to, I could easily clip it on and I could put this on a chain as well. So I also have my key case that is silver. So this I find will be really convenient and useful in the future as well. Another piece that I got was this silver chain extender, and this is super useful if you want to make a strap a little bit longer for you so it fits better for your body or for it to be more user-friendly. Again, if you are looking this in a gold tone, they have a lot of different chain options, and unfortunately the silver one, I think they only have the one, or at least it's the one that I could find. And again, what's really nice is they come in different lengths that you can choose from. So in this case, it was from 2 to 7 inches. This one is the one that I ended up going with, and this is in the curb chain extender, and it's in the 9mm in silver, and I ended up going with the 5-inch length. And again, that is the length of the chain plus the clasp, which is I'd say about 1 inch. I would say total is about 6 inches in length. It's super easy to use, and what I actually really like about this is that one end is just the chain, so you don't have like sort of a double clasp action. And I'll show you an example right here. So I have this little wristlet pouch from Coach. It's from the Coach outlet from a long time ago, but as you can see, it does have this little D-ring that I can pull out. I'll just close it like that. And so what I like to do when I wear this wristlet is I actually like to unclasp it. And I usually will just stick it onto this D-ring like here. And so it has a little bit of a cute strap like that. And this is really easy to kind of put over your kind of like your elbow, hand hold it, and I can fit it over my shoulder if I'm wearing like nothing bulky on top. But as you can see, that is very up into my armpit. So by utilizing a chain extender, I can add a little bit more length in this. So I'll just show you by clipping it on. So again, super easy to use. I have the clip right here, and then I'll just attach it right into the chain right there. So again, super easy. And like I mentioned, it's really nice. It's much more seamless than having kind of like the two clasps going and attached together. But I will just attach the clasp end to the side, and as you can see, that just adds basically another 6 inches to the length. And now if I kind of move up a little bit, it is way easier to use. And if I had like a thicker jacket on or something like that, I could easily just loop it on. So I think these chain extenders are so useful, and I think this quality of this is really nice as well. So the last chain that I wanted to show you that I got is actually one that I want to compare with a previous chain that I purchased for my Nolita 15, and that one was from a really inexpensive seller on Etsy. So this is the chain that I got off of Etsy, and it worked as I intended it to, but now that I do actually have the chain from Nextfashion and I can compare it, I can actually see the difference in quality, which I will show you up close in a little bit. So this is the chain that I got from Nextfashion, and it is the O purse chain, and it's in 7mm, and I went ahead and selected the 8-inch length, and you can also select the type of clasp you want, and I went with the small clasp that looks like this. I really love the rounded look to this chain. I think it looks really nice, and it feels really nice in the hand as well. So I'm super happy that I did end up choosing this out of all the different other chains that you could go with. So now comparing this with the much cheaper Etsy chain that I got, it's not that it's like substantially heavy or anything, but it just feels more substantial than this one. This is quite kind of like tinny and light, versus this one has a really nice feel to it. Also in terms of the finish, it's just a lot smoother. It's almost like there's a little bit of like a gloss to it that's lacking from the cheaper chain. And I don't know if you can really tell on the camera, but in person you can definitely see that this one is just like shinier, has more of a gloss than this one that's a little bit kind of duller. And in addition, I think what you can really see the difference on is actually the clasps. So I'm going to just show you from here up close. So right off the bat, this is the cheaper chain and this is the Nextfashion. I don't know if you can tell, but this one is actually quite flat. It kind of has like a squared off edge, versus this is really nicely rounded. And again, you can kind of see the difference in the clasp. And what's really noticeable is actually the part that swivels. So right here, again, this is the cheaper chain. You can see that it kind of just moves around and it's not very secure. So as you can see, it moves like side to side and it's a little bit wobbly. And it's kind of just not a perfect fit for this. And in comparison, this is the Nextfashion clasp, and it's just really nicely rounded again. It can't move side to side. It's really secure and just much better quality in comparison. So super happy with this. Feels really nice again, and I think it's really nice, and you can definitely tell now between a much cheaper chain versus this. So I think this is a much higher quality in comparison to this piece. And right away I have switched it out, and I have, once I got this, switched it out to use with the Nolita 15, which is something that I really like. Again, super easy to use. And this type of clasp is definitely one that I prefer. I know there's a bunch of other pieces that you can get, but this one is definitely the ideal clasp for me. It's nice and small, and I think it personally looks really nice. So clipping it on, as you can see, there is a chain attached, and it just looks really, really nice with this piece. And again, because there's so many different options in terms of the length, you can utilize this as more of a shoulder strap if you've got a longer piece. So you can throw this over. And of course, this goes really well with any other pieces. I have a more luxury piece here. This is a pouch from Louis Vuitton. So that would definitely look really nice on this piece. Probably would get a longer length, but definitely if I got a longer one, I could use this maybe as a shoulder bag, or if that's kind of the style you like with like just a whole chain strap for crossbody wear, you can definitely get a longer one to utilize with other pieces that you have as well. And lastly, I did pick up actually 2 pairs of their O-rings with extensions, both in silver and gold. And I was hoping that these could be options that I could recommend in terms of the conversions that I showed with my Prada and my Burberry pouches. Unfortunately, that is definitely not the case. They're just too thick. But I would say if you have like a pouch that you do want to utilize these clips for, especially if you like these additional extension ends where you can clip on your bag straps, then I would say you're looking for something with maybe at least like a 10mm hole in order to accommodate for the thickness of these O-rings. But you can definitely utilize these in different ways. One thing I can think of is if you, let's say, have a bag charm that you want to put on a certain bag, and maybe the strap is just too thick because maybe it has a kind of an end or like a clip that's more along the lines of this. What's really nice is you can clip that bag charm or whatever it is to something like this clasp, so you can just put it on that extension, and then you can utilize this to hook onto thicker straps or handles that you might want to hook it onto. I've seen this on their website as well in combination with other chains. So it's really a useful piece, and I think it's quite versatile, just depending on what you want to utilize this for. So it's really cool, again, that they do have different clasps. They have these O-rings, they have different clasps, they have different pieces other than just chains. So if you're interested, definitely peruse their website and check out what they have. So yeah, that's my quick video reviewing some of the pieces that I received from Nextfashion. I hope this video was helpful. Let me know. Again, I do have links down in the description box for everything that I actually received from them, including details in terms of the length and other options that I selected for these pieces. If you're interested, again, the links will be affiliate links, so I will get a small commission if you do choose to use them. If you don't, that's totally fine as well. You won't be charged anything extra. But otherwise, again, if you do have any questions, leave them down below and I'll do my best to answer them. Otherwise, as usual, thank you so much for taking the time to watch my videos, and especially for those that subscribe, I really appreciate it. But aside from that, I will see you in the next video.